for the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
A very good evening and welcome to Hale Hockey Club for this round 14 clash in the Hockey WA Men's Premier League. Hale currently sitting fourth on the ladder and desperately looking for a win tonight to stay in touch with the league leaders. And Old Guildford Mundaring, well, they're currently sitting in 10th place at the moment on the same points as Curtin, who are playing Wasps this evening. So again, they would like to get something out of the game if they could today. Turning our attention to the team lineups and the players to look out for, well, I believe it's the forwards that are going to really look for something tonight for Hale, and that would be Matt Lewis, Liam Flynn, Sam McCulloch and Sam Ashton. But of course, Ollie Higgins will also be hoping in goal to keep his first clean sheet of the season against an undermanned Old Guildford as we turn our attention to their team lineup. And they've got plenty of players missing at the moment. Chris Ciriello, their coach, is otherwise engaged, but also out for 6 weeks after injuring his calf. James Norton comes back into the starting lineup for the first time this season after a foot injury. Amos Steiger, well, he played his last game, I believe, in 2020. So, again, he's been recalled to the team lineup. Michael Norton, we've got to go back to 2018 since he wore the colours of Old Guildford. But tonight will be a big night for Fletcher Wilson, who makes his Old Guildford Mundaring debut in the Premier Grade. So he'll be wearing number 37. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all the action with you tonight. And for some of these players, it will be their last appearance, the development players, some of them returning to their home states. Sam Gray for Old Guildford has already gone home. He had a hamstring injury and so has had to go back for a bit of treatment on that before the tour of Japan in August. Jonathan Bretherton, he will also be heading back home to after this game. Bretherton will be wearing number 2 for Old Guildford tonight. None of the international players currently playing tonight, so Liam Flynn wearing the captain's armband. Or maybe we should say calf band, seeing as they wear them round the calf rather than the arm. Last time these two met, it was a 4-4 draw. And fair to say that Old Guildford Mundaring were maybe a little bit unfortunate not to get the victory that day. But Hale will be looking to try and get a victory tonight. The results last night, if you missed them, Victoria Park versus YMCC, it was 3-3. Whitford's lost 0-2 to Melville at home. And Wolves were lost to Reds 5-3 at home, with Brodie Foster scoring 4 in that match. So you can see why it's important. Wolves were top of the ladder. Melville now have gone ahead of them. So Melville knocked off the top for 2 weeks, and they now find themselves back there. Hale, though, if they can get up there tonight, will again be in a really good position for the final charge home at the end of the season. Players making their way out to get things underway. Umpires tonight are Reece Young and Gary Mayer. So Old Guildford, who've been looking good this season, really going to be tested tonight with so many players missing. Liam Woodward, another one, scored his first goal of the season against Wolves at the weekend, and he's currently in New South Wales. I'd like to thank the Bunting Group, one of our sponsors, who is actually Glyn Bunting, an Old Guildfordian, as Hale get us underway in the light blue. Thrown to the air, brought down well that time by Justin Henning. Good pass into the midfield. Bretherton wins the free hit for Old Guildford. Bretherton throws it to the air. Good intercept coming forward out of defence. That was good work by Hayden Belts. Space found wide now for Jeff Cock. Finds Belts again, trying to play the return pass. Came back to him and it's ricocheted off the Old Guildford player. Long corner to Hale. Fred Gray over the ball. deflected away top of the circle, and Jeff Cock again gets another free hit for Hale. Setting their stall early into the circle it's played, and reverse stick shot from Flynn goes high and wide. So again, thrown to the air. Collected well in the defensive line by Kookaburra. Finds Hayden Belts. Flynn collects well, leading in the forward line. Pushes it wide to McCulloch. Brought under control well by Lewis. And just the connection inside the circle not coming off for Hale that time. Just a mention for all those players that are going to be heading to Japan. Hayden Belts, Liam Flynn, Fred Gray, and Jonathan Bretherton for Old Guildford Mundaring, part of the development squad heading to Japan in August to play against the national team there in what will be very hot conditions. Good pass forward now. Pierce Painter dispossessed there. Good work from Braden King. King, though, put under pressure. Good fighting play from Harrison Banyard. You'll notice Harrison Banyard has Ha on the back of his shirt because Hunter is in goal. And Hunter has HU. So they're almost like the Al Pacino brothers. Not hoo-ha from Centre for Women. That's a free hit to Wheatland. Wheatland again looks for the run from Banyard, but it's cut out well in the defensive line. That time by Benji Austin. Short pass to Gray. Gray looking for the lead from Flynn. Flynn was put under a lot of pressure, but eventually he will get... No, the free hit, it goes to Old Guildford. Ben Miller was marking very tightly. Comes wide to Justin Henning. Justin Henning, who comes from the WA town of Kadoo in the wheat belt, where some people might remember there was an earthquake in 1979, 6.1 on the Richter scale, and only one person injured. Hayden Belts gets the free hit, goes to the left-hand side now. Played forward by Cock. Over the side, though, it goes that time off Joel Richards. Braden King. Just the pass that time, slightly behind Jorgensen. Marcus Jorgensen, whose dad, of course, is the vice president of Hale. But that is not why he gets a game in the first team. Thoroughly deserving, in my opinion, for his form this season. Good break forward again that time from Pierce Painter. Into the circle it goes. And a long corner awarded to Old Guildford. Bretherton waits on the 23-metre line. Not too many options. Henning is wide on the left. Bretherton self passes. Looks to drill it in. Takes a few deflections and a really good save, but not enough to stop it going in the back of the goal. And it is Old Guildford Mundaring who take the lead. Sharp save initially by Ollie Higgins, but the rebound came back and it was fired home by Old Guildford Mundaring. And a really well-finished attempt there from Hayden Mills. Hayden Mills, just his second game in the first team. So that will give him confidence with just 5 minutes gone on the clock. Hayden Mills hails from Albany and has played for the WA under-18s. Bretherton now, just creating a little bit of space for himself. Letting that one run was Richards. Pressure applied. Free hit to Hale. Lovely turn. Break forward by Lewis, going to the edge of the circle. Really good tackle, though, preventing him getting into the circle. Coming from Wheatland. Sean Wheatland, the captain, hailing from Geraldton, had a spell with Burwood Briars back in 2018 in New South Wales. And that's gone one bounce and out of play. Benji Austin comes wide this time to Matt Van Selm. Austin again looking for options. Gray's given him a couple, goes to Van Selm again. King is now wide if Van Selm wants to use him, he does. Closed down though well by the goal scorer Mills. Lewis comes back. Whose stick did that go up off? I thought it was Wheatland, but decision in fact does go Hale's way. King throws that long and high, brought down brilliantly by Ashton across the face of goal. Superb save there by Hunter Banyard. That was an outstanding save. Hunter Banyard was telling me before the game, this is only his third game in goal this season. Johan Durst, of course, being available. Current Kookaburra goalkeeper has had the pad, so Banyard's had to play up front. And I can tell you he has one goal to his name so far this season, but brilliant save there by Hunter Banyard. Brought down by Hale on halfway. King again, his little flick of the wrist. That was superbly intercepted by Sumner. Gray recovers well though. Van Selm. Good pass again, picking out Pearce. Jack Pearce from the side. That's a good pass to McCulloch. McCulloch weaving his way forward, found the foot there of Wheatland. Free hit to Hale just outside the circle. McCulloch decides to take it himself. Takes a deflection over the baseline, long corner Hale. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Old Guildford leading by 1-0. Hale looking for an equaliser. Into the circle it goes again. Good deflection though, away by Amos Steiger. Benji Austin. Diagonal pass again. Desperation at the edge of the circle from Sean Wheatland. Pays dividends for Guildford. Thrown over the top. Chasing hard is Hayden Mills, but he won't get that. And Old Guildford at the moment really working hard. Closing down at every opportunity. Hayden Belts with a little shove after the free hit was awarded, and the free hit, not sure it was reversed. I think they felt it was Old Guildford initially. And into the corner, kept in play well by James Norton. Hale though get it back. James Norton has been very frustrated, had his foot in a moon boot for so long. And pleased to be back out there, but not sure about his fitness at the moment. Rushed back probably about a week early. Jorgensen. Good cutout again coming from Hayden Mills. Mills with the Warwick Kappa-esque hairstyle. Good short pass to Sam Ashton. Played down the middle. Good lead again in the forward line. Just having to double back that time, Jack Pearce. King now carries to halfway. Gray took a deflection. Lewis gets the free hit. Wants to take it quickly. Must go 5 metres. Not sure that did. That went about 2.5. Clearly the adrenaline pumping, wanting to get in there. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Thrown to the air, and that's going to go over Miller and out of play. McCulloch now from the side for Hale. Goes back to Van Selm. Down the line it goes. Ashton left it for Flynn. Just caught the foot of Richards, so Sam Ashton over the ball now. Chrobola goes to King. Again, good shape from Guildford. Just shuttling across the pitch. Braden King, closed down by Norton, comes to Chrobola again. Hiskins doing good work. Brody Hiskins, just 17 years of age. Certainly a player with a reputation that he could go places. His sister Georgia was the player of the tournament at the under-15 nationals earlier this year. Currently playing for YMCC. Stolen away. Liam Flynn now towards the edge of the circle. That's a brilliant intercept coming by Ben Miller. Nowhere to go though for Old Guildford, and coming across, closing down there was Jeff Cock. So Old Guildford from the sideline. The diagonal pass is a good one, finds Harrison Banyard, but unfortunately on the reverse stick couldn't get it under control. So Hale will look to build from the back once more. Braden King comes wide to Chrobola. Chrobola dispossessed by Brody Hiskins. Hiskins gets to the 23 metres, 3 players ahead of him, has to just hold the ball up. King pounces as he saw an opportunity and then wins the free hit. Again, it's good closing down by Old Guildford, not allowing Hale any space as they're trying to play out of defence. Nice high press. Good pass forward. And Flynn's appealing for a free hit. And a card has been issued. Just a green card for Miller. Ben Miller obviously given the task to try and keep Liam Flynn quiet. He has 17 goals to his name so far this season, Liam Flynn. We're into the last minute of the first quarter. Old Guildford would love to take the lead into that first break. Great pass, good skills from Pearce. Pearce to the baseline, pulls it back to Flynn. Flynn gets the shot away and it's deflected in. And it is McCulloch who'll get the equaliser right at the end of the first quarter for Hale. It was good work though by Pearce to set the ball up to Flynn. And McCulloch getting the deflection right at the end of the first quarter. So Sam McCulloch now with his 7th goal of the season. Scored 4 on his debut, of course. Ashton now from the side, and he will leave that behind for Chrobola. And there goes the hooter for the end of the first quarter. It's been lively. And Old Guildford will be pleased that heading into the first break, they're on level terms. The score is Hale 1, Old Guildford Mundaring 1.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
The Old Guildford Mundaring players in their huddle to our right-hand side. And before they come out for the second half, just a chance to, or second quarter rather, just a chance to acknowledge our sponsors. And that is the Varsity Bar, opening a new store at the old Sizzler site next to the cinemas in Innaloo. And of course the Bunting Group, from remote mine sites to residential homes. The Bunting Group delivers quality assured, cost-effective building or maintenance services to meet your personal needs. So if you do have any building or maintenance needs, please give the Bunting Group a call. Glyn Bunting, a former Old Guildfordian, and of course a strong supporter of Hale this season. And we'd also like to acknowledge Danks, the comfort of home. So the second quarter not far away as the officials make their way back out. And of course, if you want to catch all of the home games for Hale, just make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for Hale. And that will be all the women's and all of the men's Premier League games coming to you on the Hale YouTube channel. A pretty good crowd here for a Thursday night. It's not too chilly. It has been very cold in Perth in recent times, but not too bad at the moment tonight as Hale about to get the second quarter underway. And trying to bring a bit of cheer to their fans. It goes back to Gray. And King now plays it forward. Great deflection forward into the path of Hayden Belts from Cock. It'll be a long corner. Making his way forward is Ian Chrobbelar. Back to King. Wide to Jorgensen. Trying to turn again is McCulloch. And it's another long corner for Hale. Not surprising, the Bull kids getting it out there really quickly for the home side. King now advances to the 23-metre line. Really good block from Bretherton. Was all stick. Goes wide to Chrobbelar again. Finds Cock. Good block that time coming from Henning. Still with Hale though. Short pass from Belts to Cock. Bobbling into the circle it goes. And the free hit going the way of Old Guildford. Chris Ciriello, the coach of Old Guildford this year in 2022. There's a real lesson for a lot of young players coming through if they don't make development squads. He didn't make any of the junior squads and was told he was actually overweight. And of course then he used that strength in his career to become one of the best drag flickers in the world. So never give up on your dreams. Henning, good pass infield, managing to find Pierce Painter. Painter into the circle. It was a good pass, found Norton. Brilliant save from Higgins again. But it came up off his pads, creating the danger. First penalty corner of the match going the way of Old Guildford. And normally they would rely on Chris Ciriello at this point in time. Not here tonight, out injured at the moment as well. So the responsibility will fall to somebody else tonight. Looks like Justin Henning has put his hand up. Scored 1 from 2 at the weekend against Wolves. Can they make it 1 from 1? Higgins marshalling his troops on the goal line. Good injection, good stop. Henning flicks, brilliant save, Higgins. Again, it goes up in the air off the keeper. So another penalty corner. Ollie Higgins desperate to try and keep that first clean sheet of the season. So Henning waits again. It's another good trap. Henning flicks high, and it's gone in this time, and it's Old Guildford who take the lead once more. So Justin Henning taking the responsibility and making it count. Really well executed penalty corner, and Poor old Ollie Higgins, he's not going to get that clean sheet tonight. No clean sheets so far this season. Guildford have clapped one so far this season. That was when they defeated Whitford's by 2-0. Whitford's currently languishing at the bottom of the Men's Premier League. Great deflection forward. McCulloch should collect that. Into the circle he goes. Was looking for a foot, I think, and found one. He now has a penalty corner for his side. So immediately Hale respond. And Liam Flynn is out there, which is good news for Hale. Hayden Bounce makes his way to the baseline. Flynn just clears the sweat from his forehead. Braden King waits to stop alongside. There's McCulloch at the second battery. So Flynn at the first battery, McCulloch at the second. They go to Liam Flynn. Flynn flicks low, hard, and that was pace as it just bounced back past the backboard, past Hunter Banyard. There was nothing he could do about that one. So all tied up at 2 apiece. 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. The first game, as I said, was 4 apiece. And it looks as if this game may well be going the same way. Cut out that time by Flynn. Bretherton's pass not finding its mark, letting that one run. It's asking a lot of Lewis, but Lewis, well, I thought he was going to manage to keep that in play. But unfortunately, just too much pace. And that's a pass to nobody. As it actually hits the stand of the corner flag. Hale go to the air. Jorgensen doesn't get it under control. So Old Guildford, Wheatland playing it down the line. Sumner. And a little misunderstanding there. Sumner looked to play it off the foot of Jeff Cock. So free hit, centre field for Old Guildford. Bretherton over the ball. Bretherton looks to fire it straight down the middle. Good work again by Braden King to carry that out of defence. He's asked a lot of Lewis, but Lewis does get possession for Hale. And finds Flynn wide on the right-hand side now. Flynn goes to the air. Great lead by Jorgensen. And Jorgensen saying, player coming within the 5 metres before he'd got the ball under control. And I think what you're seeing now is the explanation that it is actually whether there is danger created by that player going in. And I'm not sure there was any danger there. And that's probably the argument that Sean Wheatland is currently having as captain of Old Guildford. But it's rare that you see an umpire change their mind. Hale with a second penalty corner. Scored from the first. Can they make it 2 from 2? This time it's Cock at the second battery. Flynn at the first again. And still there's a bit of banter going on between the Old Guildford defenders and the umpire. Captain Wheatland just getting his protective gear in place. Goes to Flynn again. He flicks hard. Good save this time by Banyard. And 16 awarded. No complaints from Hale. I think we saw Hayden Belts just carrying it up to the 23 metres. Just a bit of gamesmanship trying to con the umpire. And again we see a pass from Old Guildford. Played through the middle. Nobody on the end of it though. And it just going out of play harmlessly. Into the final 10 minutes now of the first half. All tied up at 2 apiece. Will either side take the lead into half-time? Good work by Jack Pearce. Pearce slips the ball on the outside to Van Salm. Kept it in play as he slipped. And he's got the touch and it'll go over the side. In fact, it was, I think, off the back of his stick as he was trying to stop Old Guildford playing the ball out. Was brought down well again. Steiger, though, loses out, wins it back, and then over the side it goes off the stick of Pearce. Amos Steiger hails from Geraldton, plays for the Australs club up there. And it's just throwing that one straight out of play. Good ball to Flynn. Was that a foot? No. Flynn, though, in the end does get the free hit right on the edge of the circle. Plays the pass back. Smashed into the circle. It's going to come to Jorgensen. Tries to play it towards goal. Cut out well by Old Guildford again. Played to the side, and it was a very difficult ball to get under control. Good pass by King. Pearce set up the first goal. Pearce trying to get along the base on that. Caught the foot. So it'll be another penalty corner to Hale. So Hale now with their third penalty corner. Just wonder whether Flynn will go to the left-hand side this time of Hunter Banyard. Fired both to the right-hand side, and the keeper just offsetting that second time. Prepared for that shot. So McCulloch back on, and is at the second battery again for Hale. Flynn at the first. Ashton stopping for McCulloch. King for Flynn. Goes to Flynn again. Flicks high this time. Good save once more from Banyard. Rebound comes back. King tries to play it in on the reverse stick. It pops up in the air, and it will be another penalty corner, the fourth for Hale. Once again, just like to acknowledge our sponsors. The perfect pre-movie meal coming your way later this year when the Varsity Bar opens at the old Sizzler site in Innaloo. And, of course, the Bunting Group for all your building and maintenance services. Out it comes to Flynn again, looking to try a variation. He was trying to play in Lewis there, but that was cut out well. It'll be a long corner now for Hale. And Guildford again get numbers behind the ball. Ashton plays that one behind Jorgensen. Former teammates at Hale School. Austin to King. Ashton again. Benji Austin. Good work again from the goal scorer. Hayden Mills working hard in the forward line. Comes wide now. Jorgensen beats his man, but took a little deflection off the stick that time of James Norton. Austin again. Gray helps it forward. Jorgensen's gone into good space on the right. The ball comes to him now. Faced with Norton, trying to feed it into Hayden Belts. Free hit to Hale. Hayden Belts wants to get on with it quickly. Feeds it to Jorgensen. Off the pads of Banyard. Long corner again. McCulloch to Benji Austin. Fires it, looking for a deflection. It's a very good deflection, and the shot, unfortunately for Hale, just going wide. It's not a bad attempt, that one. Again, deflected into the circle. It's broken kindly. Played short. Lovely turn from Ashton across the face of goal, and Flynn is there to fire it home. And Hale take the lead for the first time in the match. Liam Flynn scoring his second. But again, it was good work by Ashton to set that one up. So Liam Flynn now with his 19th goal of the season. And he did miss a few games and will miss a few more in August when he goes away with the development squad to Japan. So Hale have got to find other goal scorers to get the ball in. So Old Guildford, how will they react? Good pressure applied again by Harrison Banyard. First time they've gone behind in the match. Lovely turn from McCulloch, cut out well though by Steiger. Gray, good pass to Lewis, wants the ball back, but again, strong defensive play. Joel Richards has been penalised and a penalty corner has been awarded. I think Richards just knocking the ball away after it had gone over the sideline. So this could really be a problem if Hale get a goal now for Old Guildford. Getting close to half-time. Do not want to go 2 goals down. Benji Austin to inject this time. McCulloch has gone to the first battery. Kookaburra at the second. I'm sure it'll go to McCulloch. Does indeed. Good trap. McCulloch fires it low. Good running though by Richards. First runner doing a great job and closing down. Long corner again, played to the top of the circle, deflected by Ashton. Lewis trying to get in, and another penalty corner is awarded. Yep. So Hale now with their 6th penalty corner of the match. And we're not even at halfway yet. So 1 from 5 so far. Looking to improve that stat slightly. McCulloch again. Sam McCulloch, who won the National Under-18s Championships with Tasmania in 2018, comes out. Good trap that time by King. King tries a shot. Banyard saves. Good work again inside the circle from Sumner. So Old Guildford keep it at a 1-goal ball game. Higgins is shouting instructions from his goal. Wasn't happy with the way I think the defence in front was setting up for Hale. Carried forward again by Richards. Richards, short little pass to Harrison Banyard, cut out well by Jorgensen. Oh, Guildford fans not happy about that one. So Hale just making a couple of changes. And hopefully that's not a knee injury. Just trying to see which player it is. He looks to be walking okay now. Just the way he stood up initially. It's Justin Henning. Open the scoring. Good for Grammar Old Boy. Justin Henning. And it's good to see the pupils coming through the school and now joining Old Guildford Mundaring Hockey Club. There's been a period of time where that wasn't happening. So it'll be Hale ball from the side. Just having to go and retrieve that was Jorgensen. Up the line it goes to Hayden Belts. Belts looks to cut infield, being pursued by Wheatland. And his pass splits his 2 teammates. Flynn was ahead. And Kookaburra was the other player. Cut out well by Benji Austin. Goes infield to Gray. Gray's pass. And he's a good one. McCulloch, though, being chased down. Just cuts infield away from Pierce Painter. McCulloch created some space. Great deflection inside the circle again from Ben Miller. As that pass was headed towards Liam Flint. Miller doing really well. Ben Miller winding back the clock. I'm sure he won't be upset if I say he's the oldest player on the pitch tonight. Brought down brilliantly inside the circle, played across Cock, and Flynn gets the deflection. And Liam Flynn gets a hat-trick, the 20th hat-trick of the season. And Hale go into a 4-2 lead. With just over a minute and a half left in the first half. So Flynn with 3 in this quarter. Takes his tally for the season now up to 20. Bretherton does really well to spin out of trouble. Bretherton up to halfway. And almost a very good pass, but he'll get the free hit. Just trying to find Pierce Painter. Bretherton again throws it wide. Sumner got his stick on it but couldn't get it down. So just over a minute left in the first half. Hale now with a 2-goal advantage. Fired forward, good cutout again by Wheatland. And a good feed forward that time to Justin Henning. Henning pushes it wide that time to Arnold. Gareth Arnold. Haven't seen him on the ball too much, Gareth Arnold. I believe it's just his second match in the Premier grade, Gareth Arnold. Played a game against Melville earlier in the season. Another free hit for Old Guildford. 15 seconds left in the first half. They'll want to get the ball into the circle as quickly as they can. Clock continuing to count down. Takes a touch. Bretherton looking for a penalty corner. He's going to get a long corner, and there's going to be no time to take it as the hooter sounds for the end of the first half. And it's been lively. It's been exciting. Old Guildford Mundaring taking the lead twice, being pegged back twice. And in the end, it's 3 goals in succession from Liam Flynn. Means that it is Old Guildford, or rather Hale, that go in at halftime with the lead. The score, Hale 4, Old Guildford 2.
Well, Ollie, last year, 2021, you were invited over for the Junior World Cup training squad. It must have been devastated when the World Cup, Australia didn't send a team.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. Obviously something to dream about and look forward to. So, yeah, I know I watched a lot of the games and I wish I was there, but you know, it is what it is. And fortunately, there's another one coming up next year. So hopefully try and make that one instead.
Absolutely, that's what you've got to focus on. But obviously you've stepped up here at Hale this year in the number 1 position. How do you feel about that? And were you excited about the proposition?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. Things ended up kind of unfolding as I planned, and I know a lot of keepers have to move clubs to find one's position. So yeah, I got lucky. Fortunately, had a good kind of role model in Ben Rennie, who my first couple of years kind of taught me the ways, and I think I had a smooth transition to playing ones here. Yeah.
Been a good first half of the season for Hale. They've scored plenty of goals, but you must be disappointed how many you've let in defensively.
Yeah, I know. I haven't had a clean sheet yet, so that's obviously something we're looking at. We definitely do take pride in our defending, and I think eventually it will show that. I think eventually we'll keep some clean sheets, and yeah, we definitely do have the players. So yeah.
And is it a case, do you think, of the players just getting used to the way you play?
Yeah, I think definitely. In communication and rebounds, me and Rennie do differ. So I think eventually we'll sort it out and we'll come good.
Well, thanks a lot, Ollie, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
For the mid-afternoon naps. For the midnight marathons. For bringing the family together. for a chance to escape from the world. For the good times and the other times. For the years of support. Danks Furniture. The comfort of home.
Our second half are about to get underway shortly. And once again, just a chance to acknowledge our sponsors from the far north to the Great Southern and everywhere in between. The Bunting Group has engaged in building and maintenance projects and delivered high quality work on time. And if you're looking for that sort of work, building or maintenance projects where you need a hand, please contact the Bunting Group and get them to come and give a quote, as they're supporting hockey in WA and in particular Hale Hockey Club and also Old Guildford Mundaring. Also, the Varsity Bar is going to be the perfect post-training spot for a meal, as the Varsity Bar will be opening in the old Sizzler site at Innaloo Cinemas in the coming months. So make sure you support them as well. And also Danks Furniture. Well, it is 4-2 currently to Hale against Old Guildford Mundaring, and that's going right along to script, as the average number of goals when these two meet since 2017 has been 6.4. So we're right on target tonight. And I should just tell you, there have been 11 matches played. Hale have won 8, Old Guildford have won 2, and there's been one draw, which was the game earlier this season. And Hale average 4.7 goals in each of those games. And one stat that's a little bit irrelevant is that Hale have scored or had 4 clean sheets, because they're not managed to do that tonight. Liam Flynn, though, loves this fixture. Before today, 17 goals in 11 games. And now he's taken that up to 20 in 12 with still 30 minutes to go. Old Guildford, can they find a way back in this match? They were spirited and they had the lead twice. They've just got to believe now. And when they go forward, take advantage of any opportunities that come their way. Jorgensen, last man out for Hale, makes his way across the pitch. I've been told he's a bit like Forrest Gump, can run forever and needs to do very little training to keep running. Old Guildford get us underway, immediately looking to go on the attack. Plenty of players wanting to get forward, but just need some players that the pass can be made to. Comes wide now. Richards brings it down well. Looks to cut infield. Found the foot of Jeff Cock. So it'll be a free hit just inside the 23 metres. Comes wide now. Another free hit, won that time by Hiskins. Richards thought he'd won a free hit. Not given. Hale break out. Liam Flynn just lifting the ball forward. Miller chasing back. McCulloch accelerating behind him. Miller gets there first. McCulloch puts pressure on, steals it away for Hale. Miller fighting back. McCulloch across the circle, wins a penalty corner. Really good work by Sam McCulloch. And Hale win their 7th penalty corner. Sam McCulloch, who put out signs very early in his career in the 2010-2011 under 12s. He was actually captain of Tasmania and also voted MVP on both occasions. And has gone from strength to strength since then. So Flynn at the first battery, McCulloch this time at the second. Goes to Flynn. It's not a good trap initially. Good save again by Banyard. Helped away well by Henning. Hale, though, still have it. He's going to dribble across the baseline harmlessly. Once again, good work by Hunter Banyard. As I mentioned, he's been playing up front for most of the season because Johan Durst has been in goal for Old Guildford Mundaring. So not easy to come straight back in, just his 3rd game in goal. but certainly a player with plenty of talent. Had a spell with YMCC and also Reds. That was carried out of defence well by Kookaburra. Flynn now. Kookaburra made a run into the circle. Flynn tries to get it through, but free hit given against Henning. Using the width now, Jorgensen. Good defence once more from Old Guildford. Not many players forward, so Bretherton had really nowhere to go. And he goes wide, and now 3 players surrounding him. And he coughs up possession. Flynn, lovely little turn, looking to try and find Hayden Belts, and that's a really good bit of play in the end, coming from Richards. And that smart play again from Benji Austin, just letting that ball run. Benji Austin came through the Tasmanian Institute of Sport, played for Northwest Grads, the same club as Eddie Ockenden. Austin again, cut out brilliantly by Harrison Banyard. Belts, 2 players putting pressure on. A little bit of a lean coming in that time from Jacob Sumner. That's what I think Belts is complaining about. Sumner just leaning into him, almost like Muhammad Ali leaning on someone on the ropes. Good turn from Gray, created some space for himself, but closed down quickly by Piers Painter. Austin again. King now goes wide. Down the line. Kept in play, pulled back looking for Lewis, and he's just been caught in the face, but free hit goes the other way. Good play though down the right hand side again, coming from Jorgensen. Good work that time from Lewis. Lewis keeps the ball for Hale. Good turn again from Bretherton. Lewis is still pursuing him. Cut out well by Belts. Full stretch again. That time is Cock. Cock wins a free hit, plays it wide to Hayden Belts. 2 Tasmanians combining. Hayden Belts looks to go on the reverse stick, and free hit to Old Guildford. Wheatland throws it high. It was good work by Braden King, getting it under control. Jorgensen goes infield. Just a touch there coming off Richards. Over the side it goes, played on quickly. Jorgensen drives along the baseline, and that was good work again by Flynn from a very acute angle. Off the keeper it went. Banyard covering his near post well. It's another long corner to Hale. Benji Austin. Gray just gets inside the circle. Oh, Guildford get it out. Gray collects again. Forced wide. 3 defenders closing down that avenue of attack. Austin again to Braden King. Good to see the upright stick stop. Don't see too many players confident of doing that these days. Good work again by Lewis. Lewis into the circle, and that's gone high over the crossbar. It'll be a deflection, so it'll be a long corner again directly in front of Banyard's goal. Belts takes it quickly, drives over to the right-hand side, plays the ball into the circle. Flynn appeals for a penalty corner. Carried out this time, though, by Richards. Richards plays it into the path of Mills. Mills, who opened the scoring in just the 5th minute. Mills stopped that time and jolted as he was stopped. And again we see the diagonal pass from Hayden Belts. Good idea. Flynn and Jack Pearce making good runs forward, but it went in between the two of them. Almost approaching the halfway stage of the third quarter. We've had goals in every quarter so far, none as yet in this third quarter. Good work again by Lewis, and Hayden Baltz wins a free hit just at the top of the circle. Ashton over the ball for Hale. Self passes. Feeds it to Lewis. Lewis turns, shoots, Banyard saves. Another long corner. Gray will take it this time. Gray, who started his hockey, age 4, came through the South Australian Sports Institute. Good deflection there by Baltz. Pearce into the circle, plays it across the face of goal. Banyard back to Pearce. Pearce thought he'd kept it alive, but it just went over the baseline. And it is another long corner, though. Gray takes it quickly. Jorgensen. Good pass. Laid back, top of the circle, trying to get the shot on the return. Oh, what a finish that was. Jack Pearce, top of the circle. Really class finish to arrow that one down in the bottom corner. And Hale have a fifth. So there we do get the goal in every quarter so far. And a really good finish that time. With just under 7 minutes remaining in this quarter. So Norton plays on quickly, turns and plays the ball wide. Cock keeping it under control. Another good pass, good work by Jeff Cock under pressure again. Guildford have applied the pressure wherever possible. Closing down. And given away cheaply, but won back well. Another free hit one. Cock and into the circle. Jorgensen lays it back. Penalty corner, Hale. 8th of the match. Now the goal has been credited to Sam Ashton. The last goal, maybe I got that wrong. If I did, I apologise. So Flynn and McCulloch again wait at the top of the circle. Flynn at the first battery, McCulloch at the second. And again, we're just waiting for the defence to get inside the goal. Just taking a while to get the protective gear in place. Comes out, goes to McCulloch this time, and he gets it in. So it is now another goal for Hale, and they go into a 6-2 lead. And McCulloch gets his second of the evening. So Hale now, you feel, almost in an unassailable lead. And Old Guildford have just got to find that fight. And just a little bit of composure. Sumner, it managed to get through to Banyard. Good defence again coming from Braden King. King plays it wide, Van Salm. And good work trying to get forward again. Down the right-hand side, that time from Michael Norton, who, as I mentioned, hasn't played since 2018. Called into action tonight, Michael Norton, First game for 4 years, although he was playing for Eastern Blades in Beachborough. Lewis again chasing that one hard. And Lewis just with the stick high, just blocking that clearance. Henning. Again, as he cut infield, just picked off by Cock. Gray now. Cock again involved. He's going to get closed down from behind. Norton, good work by him. Won it back off Harrison Banyard. Took a little deflection off Pierce Painter, but it's now with McCulloch. Lovely sway of the hips from him. McCulloch now across the face of goal into the pads of Banyard. So Fred Gray over the ball. First time in from Cock. Oh, lovely skills there from Harrison Banyard. That'll be one for the show reel. Thrown forward again, but Banyard had just moved forward to offer himself for the short pass. Sumner dispossessed by King. King to Cock. And wants the return pass down the line. He gets it too. Banyard chasing back. Good pass to Lewis. Lewis cuts inside the defender. Banyard's back, goes to Lewis. And it will be a penalty corner. Hale with their 9th penalty corner of the evening. Still just under 3 minutes left in this quarter. Two goals scored from penalty corners so far by Hale. 2 from 8. Flynn and McCulloch wait again at the top of the circle. Flynn at the first battery, McCulloch at the second. McCulloch scoring from the last penalty corner. Will they go to him again? No, they go to Flynn. And a good save again by Banyard. Came back though and hit the defender, Bretherton. But good advantage played by the umpire as it ricocheted to the Hale player, who then put his shot wide. Could have so easily blown for another penalty corner, but he let the play run. That's good umpiring. Still 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. Again, Banyard, Harrison doing a lot of work in the forward line. Cut out well. Oh dear. Nasty little tumble from Sumner. Glad to see he's back up on his feet. Jacob Sumner, another one from Geraldton. Played for the Australs club there. Sumner plays it into the circle, deflected away by Benji Austin. Was there an attempt to play it away from the baseline? Long corner is all they've got. Richards leaves it. Bretherton throws it in the air out onto the left-hand side. In it goes, drilled towards goal. Wow. Hale appealing that was dangerous that time from Sean Wheatland. Long corner has been given though. So Bretherton over the ball for Old Guildford Mundaring. Looks to play that one into the circle. Arrowed it towards the back post, but nobody there for Old Guildford. King wanting to throw it out quickly, but standing in his way was Brodie Hiskins. Brodie Hiskins, whose father Jeremy, of course, was a Kookaburra. And his grandmother played for the Hockeyroos, although they weren't known as that when she was playing. Just Australia. That's Joy Hewson. So he's got some good genes, Brodie Hiskins. Comes wide again. Steiger trying to wind back the clock. Should break for Steiger again. Pierce got a wrap on the knuckles, but it's Hale free hit, watched all the way. Shake of the head from Henning. Wheatland rather. And that is the end of the third quarter. And we have had more goals, 2 in fact. As Hale go into the final break, the score reads Hale 6, Old Guildford Mundaring 2.
For the mid-afternoon naps. For the midnight marathons. For bringing the family together. For a chance to escape from the world. For the good times and the other times. For the years of support. Danks Furniture. The comfort of home.
So a last team huddle for the Hale players as they listen to Des King, their coach. They're in a good position in this match, and it's points they really need on the league table. We'll lift them up to 27. And if we look at Wolves was top, but Reds on 29. Wolves now on 27, Melville on 27. So Hale in touch with the leaders with this victory tonight. Once again, just like to acknowledge our sponsors. From the remote mine sites to residential homes, the Bunting Group delivers quality assured, cost-effective building and maintenance services to meet your needs. Please contact the Bunting Group for any building needs that you may have, whether they're residential or commercial. And of course, the Varsity Bar opening a new store at the old Sizzler site next to the cinemas in Innaloo. When they open, please make sure that you support them wherever you can. So the final quarter about to get underway. Hunter Banyard just strolling back to his goal with his back to play as we get the final quarter underway. Comes wide to Richards now for Old Guildford. Cut out well again by Cock. Cock feeds it forward to Belts. Belts looking up as he goes forward. Looks to take on Bretherton. Belts into the circle. Held up, though. Good work by Bretherton. Good defence as well coming across. That was good work by Pierce Painter. Cock now. Sumner gives away another free hit. Top of the circle. Goes wide now. Into the circle. Good defence once more from Old Guildford. They sweep it clear. Only as far as Jorgensen. Krobela. Cut out well again, that time by Hiskins. Richards again, making himself available. James Norton. Hasn't got a lot of miles under the clock, having been out all season with a foot injury, but Norton using his experience, and a penalty corner awarded as Hale just flicking the ball away. They'll say they were giving it back, but penalty corner awarded. You can't play the ball after the whistle. So Old Guildford with their third penalty corner of the match. Can they get a goal back now, just to make the final quarter interesting? Henning scored already from a penalty corner. Justin Henning again, just making the mark where he wants it stopped alongside him. It's Brody Hiskins. Hiskins at the second battery, Henning at the first. Goes to Henning again. Good trap. Henning flicks, and it's gone wide this time. No touch from Ollie Higgins. And just a flick of the wrists, and Gray will bring it under control on halfway for Hale. Played forward to the tireless Lewis. Lewis again, trying to get it into the circle. Gets a free hit, is a painful blow on the ankle. Wheatland, I think it was, who took that one full on the shin pad. Lewis again being pursued, and in the end, Ben Miller got the ball, but he couldn't keep it in play. So Jorgensen gives away the free hit. Old Guildford just ringing the changes. Harrison Banyard coming on down below us. It was in acres of space, but they were looking down the near side. Gray pushes it forward. Desperate challenge coming forward. Flynn, though, has the ball now. Wins a free hit for Hale. Flynn again. Goes one way, then the other. Gets it in the circle. Good defence once more, though, from Old Guildford. Although Hale get another free hit. Mistrap from King. Pushes it wide now to Hrobala. Down the line he goes and collected well in the far corner. Defender in the way. That was Cock. Couldn't get past Miller. Long corner. Ian Hrobala again goes short to Gray. Gray back to Benji Austin. King in space. King angles it into the circle. Great collection, top of the D from Lewis. Good defence again, though, from Old Guildford. Bretherton taking it away. Bretherton weaving his way out of trouble. Gets a free hit for his efforts. Drills it forward. I have heard the fans shouting he wasn't 5. It was a fair call. He wasn't 5. And that's intercepted again by Fred Gray. What a workhorse he's been for Hale this season. That's going to run away from Cock. And Hayden Belts had given up the chase early. James Norton comes over for a breather. Over 12 years now at Old Guildford Mundaring, James Norton been a really strong servant to the club. Lewis, lovely little weave to take him away from Richards, but good tackle again, top of the circle. Wheatland try to play it through the middle. It's Hrobala gets it, and Richards getting a touch. Pierce Painter. 2 players ahead of him. Couldn't get past them. It's end to end at the moment. And plenty of energy being used up by both teams. Ashton now. Lovely pass wide to Jorgensen. Cock now with a shot, and it goes wide of the target, much to a very relieved defensive line as they all turn to watch where that ended up. Old Guildford, though, still pushing to get back in this game. Comes wide now to Steiger. King stops the attack, breaks it up. Amos Steiger again tries to keep going. Ball kept in play. And unfortunately, it's interrupted again. Sumner, though, wins a long corner. Steiger, short pass. Bretherton feeds it in. Was that a push in the back? Chance, great save. Well, Hiskins must have thought that was going in, and suddenly Higgins just appeared from nowhere to just push it round the post. Old Guildford Mundaring win another free hit. Bretherton comes forward, South passes. Short little pass to Richards. Richards along the baseline, looking to back his way into the circle. Hale, though, had numbers there. Over the side it goes. So the whistle going. I think it was just for Richards. So Bretherton over the ball. Wide is Fletcher Wilson making his debut in the number 37. He'd love to make a late run to the back post and just tip it in. Good defence again, though, from Hale. Sees them come up with the ball. Hayden Belt's involved. And that's to nobody in particular. And goes harmlessly out of play. 16 to Old Guildford. Approaching the halfway stage of the final quarter. Hale definitely in the box seat at the moment. Hale will have the superior goal difference if they maintain this scoreline. Great run through the middle. Ashton loses his stick. Penalty corner goes towards Hale. Their 10th of the match. Gives me a chance again to just acknowledge our sponsors. The Bunting Group loves a challenge, being solution orientated and client focused. They'll collaborate with you in order to achieve the best outcomes on your building maintenance projects. Give the Bunting Group a call. They'd love to hear from you. And of course, Varsity Bar coming soon to Innaloo. Hayden Belt's making his way to the baseline. Liam Flynn waiting at the top of the circle. Fred Gray alongside him this time. Goes to Liam Flynn. Flynn flicks high to the left-hand side, and that's another goal for Hale. It's another goal for Liam Flynn as well. And Hale suddenly go into a 7-2 lead. Liam Flynn with his 4th of the evening. And as I mentioned, that is the 20th hat-trick of the season in the Men's Premier League. It's really him and Blake Govers going head-to-head at the moment. Great break forward by Harrison Banyard. And Banyard wins a free hit just inside the 23-metre line. Leaves it for Bretherton. Bretherton, in it goes. Banyard didn't get that one, and falling as he shot was Norton, but he couldn't get it on target. Jonathan Bretherton, who had a spell in the Malaysian Hockey League, played for Maybank, along with the Canadian David Carter and Jeremy Edwards, of course, who Tasmania, played for the Kookaburras, scored the winning goal in the shootout of the Champions Trophy. Mills. And again, the decision goes Hale's way. Hayden Belts pursued by Bretherton. Wins another free hit, just leaves the ball behind. Pressure put on Ashton by Sumner, but Ashton managed to keep the ball for Hale. Gets away from Norton, feeds it to Jorgensen. Good pass forward again, lovely turn. Into the circle it goes and upended. Liam Flynn that time. Miller just a little bit too close. So once more, it is a penalty corner to Hale. Their 11th of the match. And Liam Flynn, if he lines up, will be looking to try and get his 5th. Past Hunter Banyard. McCulloch has 2 goals to his name at the moment. Wonder whether they'll give him a chance. Flynn, of course, having just been upended and just holding his back, so you would feel that McCulloch may be the better option this time. It does go to McCulloch. McCulloch flicks, and it's a good save from Banyard. Getting his hand across to the left-hand side and parrying it away. Good break down the left-hand side. Into the circle it goes from Koch. And it's a good block that time coming in from Wheatland. So McCulloch now on the 23-metre line as we approach the final 5 minutes of this match. Good block again. Norton. Steiger it was who played it in from the side. Mills trying to get the better there. He does get the free hit. That time the decision going his way and not Benji Austin's. Mills running into space, calling for the ball. Great to see that willingness to get forward and want the ball. Gray again in acres of space for Hale. Comes wide now to Cock. Cock has Pearce ahead of him. Pearce takes a tumble. Wheatland out, comes up with the ball for Old Guildford. Cut out well by Van Salm. Van Salm very calm under pressure. Good tackle again. Old Guildford getting possession back. Bretherton, short pass. It was good work that time by Michael Norton. Now it's Sumner. Sumner, big turn from him. And he just couldn't get down the baseline, sideline, but he gets a free hit for his team. Is there another goal in this match for Old Guildford? Heavily undermanned tonight. Lost a lot of players. And they've really given a spirited performance. They were 2 goals to the good at the one point. Took the lead twice. Hale pegged them back twice. And then slowly Hale managed to grow their lead to the 5-goal cushion they have at the moment. Deflection again. Comes off the stick of Braden King as Henning was trying to angle that pass into the circle. Henning again. Drives towards the baseline. Gets it into the circle. Mistrap there, but eventually Hale managed to get it outside the circle. Pierce Painter determined to get it back in for Old Guildford. Belts, though, comes up with it, pushes it wide. Jeff Cock carries over halfway. Closed down, really good tackle again. Belts throws it long into the circle. It'll be brought down again by Lewis. Lewis turns into trouble, though, that time. Turning on halfway, but turning into trouble is Arnold. Somehow Guildford keep possession. Sumner now. Pushes it into the path of Banyard. Banyard lets it run. Cuts infield. Banyard goes past one defender and a second. Almost a third. Good tackle from McCulloch. Liam Flynn receives and looks up. Just a little shimmy of the hips. Takes him past Pierce Painter. And then another shimmy takes him past Henning. Now he has a body contact there that time with Henning. And it's another penalty corner for Hale. Really good run from Liam Flynn. Got the better of Wheatland, and in the end it was a foul had to be committed just to stop that run. Just under 2 minutes left. Hale looking for an 8th goal. Just a reminder, there are a few other games tonight. Wasps versus Curtin University, UWA versus Fremantle. Both UWA and Fremantle very much in the hunt for those top places in the men's competition. Old Guildford getting a 2-2 draw the other week, doing the top sides a favour. So Flynn again at the first battery. It goes to Liam Flynn. He flicks high this time and wide. Good running once more by Richards, who really made it difficult, and he had to push his shot a little bit further wide than he would have liked. Joel Richards, who hails from Dowrin in the wheat belt. Banyard plays on quickly, determined to get something out of this game. Hale wanted to play on, it wasn't their free hit, so there's still time as the last minute approaches. Can Old Guildford get another goal? Good defence from Austin. Ashton now, just a glance up before he received the ball. Feeds it to Gray. And Gray just puts it a long way ahead of Lewis and a long way away from Flint. And you can forgive him that, the amount of work that Fred Gray's got through tonight. Gray, one of those players that will be heading to Japan in August. And you just feel Hale may miss him. Someone's going to have to step up and match his work rate. Sumner wins the free hit this time. Half a minute left. Short pass to Bretherton. Can he spark something in his last game for the club before he heads home? Ball goes wide. Painter. Oh, it is a goal. That's a really good pull into the circle. I think Arnold getting the final touch. So Bretherton certainly did spark something there. And I think it was Arnold who was at the back post who just got the little tip in from the good work by Pierce Painter. So 7-3. And there goes the siren for the end of the game. And it's been an entertaining game. Both teams going for it throughout the whole 60 minutes. But in the end, Liam Flint with 4 goals. Sam McCulloch with 2. And Sam Ashton with 1. Mean that it is a comprehensive victory for Hale over Old Guildford Mundaring by 7 goals to 3.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.